Hey, what's up, Josh?
Ain't nothing much. How you?
I'm good, man. Welcome to the podcast. I came through episode 5. You know what I mean? How you doing?
Everything my way is doing pretty good. I'm definitely staying out of the way, even though the government said, some places can open up. I'm not with that. I'm still in this house quarantining like I'm supposed to.
Facts, man. We gotta be safe, man. You know what I mean? We gotta be safe.
Absolutely.
We got little ones we gotta look after.
Doing?
Oh, we good?
Exactly.
We good. Just trying to stay safe and duck this virus, man. You know, it's crazy out here. Just trying to wash our hands and wear masks, the whole drill, whatever's necessary.
Absolutely. You would think like washing our hands when we learned in kindergarten was something that we would keep doing in these up ages of adults, but you'd be surprised.
You'd be surprised, man. You know, I had to get you on the podcast. You're doing a whole lot of great entrepreneurial things, man. You know, I had to get you on here.
Thank you. I'm trying. I'm definitely trying.
You know, let's talk about Country Apple. You know, like, first off, like, how was it created? You know, the brand.
Okay, well, Country Apple Apparel was created. Well, I used to model. Let me take that back a little bit.
Right.
I used to model, and during those times, I learned a lot from different stylists, from photographers, from just even being able to pick out clothes. There's like a method to the madness of even picking out clothes. So with that, I wanted to take a brand that was going to be something for my plus size girls, because I find that they do have a tough time shopping for apparel. So that was the avenue that I wanted to go in after I finished modeling, because I learned so much just behind the wardrobe portion of it that I wanted to help others. So Country Apple Apparel started with the love of my plus size girls in mind. I started it about 2014, but honestly, it really did not start being known until 2016 when I moved down here to Atlanta. There have been a lot of networking events that I've been able to be a part of, and I also was able to put the brand in the Women's Expo last year, which gained a lot of exposure.
Okay.
And last year was the year that I could say that my hard work actually paid off.
Okay, so growing up, you know, we from the same town, of course, Kinston.
Facts.
And like growing up, like, was this always part of your plan to become an entrepreneur, or this something that, you know, that just kind of struck you?
Absolutely not. It was always go to college, and I was going to be a pediatrician. But when I graduated and I moved off to Charlotte, I kind of knew what I wanted to do in that area of medicine, but it was like, once I got started with it, I was like, this isn't for me. And then I took a break. And then as my break was going through, I started dibbling and dabbling in the whole model industry. And I was like, I think for now, while I'm still young, because, after a while you do get played out in that area, I think this is where I want to go and see where it takes me. It was fun. It was being able to travel different places, meet different people, experience new things. So it was something that just came about with trial and error of figuring out my life.
And speaking of that, trial and error, what's been some of your hardships while building your brand?
Well, where shall I begin? Okay. First and foremost, making sure that I have products that people are going to want. Who is my target market? Who am I catering to? What styles are out there that I know the plus size community are going to gravitate to. Once I got that down packed, it was finding the right vendor, or am I going to make these clothes by hand? That's actually how I started out. I started out sewing.
Okay.
And I realized that I don't have that much time because I'm still working my 9 to 5.
Right.
And sewing is very time consuming. So I was like, okay, I'm still going to do this, but I'm just going to do it for specialty pieces that people want. In the meantime, let me start researching vendors out here in the industry that provide clothing. And I started out with a vendor in China.
Okay.
That went really, really well. The only downside to that was getting the items over here. I felt that I was spending more money in shipping than getting the inventory.
Okay.
So after maybe 2 or 3 months of doing that, I started venturing off into seeing vendors that were in the US. Trial and error with that is making sure that the material is something that I would wear. Because I'm not going to sell anything that I wouldn't wear.
Right.
That's definitely not how that's about to go down. So I found a great company out in LA. And that's who has been providing my inventory for the last 6 to 8 months.
Okay. Okay. You want to put them out there? You want to name the source? You want to keep that confidential for yourself? Okay. Facts. Keep the plug quiet. Definitely keep the plug quiet.
Yes.
Yeah, keep the plug quiet.
So that was, I felt like my second, sure I found the right sources to help. The third has been the consumer.
Okay.
You know, living in a place where there's a lot of people, you have a lot of competition, and people can shop with whoever they want to shop with. But what is going to make you different than the next person? Is it going to be your prices? Is it going to be your customer service? Is it going to be your marketing strategy? What is it that's going to bring your customers in besides social media outlets? Those are good, but then you got to think about it. A certain age group, when you're trying to sell items to maybe people that are 50 and 60, going up that era, they're not really on social media. But where are they? They're out and about in the streets still. So
Right.
They're still going to church. They're still going to events that, take place in the parks, or they're still having birthday parties where you can be invited by someone in the family to show off your clothing. So it's all about being able to network that brand outside of social media to get your customers. So that's the third one.
Okay.
The fourth one is, I think the hardest for everyone, is maintaining. Like right now.
Talk to him.
Right now. Woo, maintaining. Like right now, I have not received the rest of my inventory from the vendors out in LA. They want to send me my stuff, but I'm kind of like, with the COVID-19 situation, I want everyone to be safe.
Right.
I want my model that I'm going to have for advertisement to be safe, my photographer to be safe, my makeup artist to be safe, me be safe. So it's just kind of like, it's a pause right now and everything, but I get it.
Mm-hmm.
This is something that we had to go through in order the world needed to just be still.
Absolutely.
So with that, yeah, I'm losing money because some other businesses are still out here selling. But I'm okay with bringing my things later.
Right.
I'm okay with having to do everything at a later date because at that time, since they've already put their stuff out, mine can come out new, even though it's sitting over here on these racks.
Talk to him.
So I'm okay with that. It kind of balances itself out. And then as far as revenue is concerned as well, I also sell jewelry,
Right.
which I'll get into in a moment. But that revenue has helped me maintain and keep positive with my entrepreneur mindset because it's still something that people want. People are buying their spring and summer looks, even though they're not going anywhere.
Right,
and even if I haven't advertised not one piece of clothing yet, I'm still getting some support from a business.
Facts. And see, and I want to talk about your jewelry and stuff because, you know, you went to the fashion and you went to the jewelry as well. Is that something that like you've always been into since like a little girl?
Jewelry, yes.
Okay.
I kind of started out as a gold wearing kind of girl, and then I kind of migrated to the white gold.
Okay.
But this is fashion jewelry, and I figured if I'm going to, I want to be a one-stop shop.
Okay.
But I figured if I'm going to sell clothes, I need to have something else to go along with it. And how I came about paparazzi was so amazing and kind of crazy at the same time. And I'm going to tell my story.
Okay.
My car, before I got a new one, my car, it had went out on me. And I was at Napa getting some parts for it to take to my mechanic. And the guy that works in there, he was like, because I was telling, I don't know who, I was on the phone with somebody, telling somebody about some piece of clothing. And he was like, oh, you sell clothes? And I was like, yeah, I sell clothes, blah, 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 blah. So he was like, my sister-in-law sells jewelry. And I was like, really? And he said, yeah, like, I'm going to give you her information. But she sells jewelry with paparazzi. I've never heard of paparazzi jewelry before. And I was like, paparazzi? The photographer? He was like, no, it's a jewelry company called Paparazzi. He said, I don't know too much about it, but she's doing really well.
Okay.
And I think just by listening to your telephone conversation with your client, you would do well too. So he gave me her number and I called her, and she and I talked for a long time, and we spoke about my goals, things that I was working on. And I didn't join right away because I was really trying to get my whole car situation started, finished. But after I got that out of the way and was back on the road, I met up with her one more time and we talked again, and I joined the next day.
Okay.
And it was like a blessing in disguise because it works hand in hand with the clothes.
And see, I be trying to tell people as an entrepreneur, sometimes just being in the right places at the right time is everything. You know, like it's like you said, it's all about the network. And like you said, you can't. I know so many other entrepreneurs that just rely on social media. I tell them, man, you got to come from behind that phone, from behind that laptop, and get out here and pound the pavement, so to speak, and meet people. Because you know, like you said, you can't. You know, when you're trying to reach, you know, a wide demographic of people, you know, you got to think beyond social media. And that's what I like about, you know, what you said, and I like hearing that, because people need to hear that. That's on the come up. Like, you know, you got to do more than just promote on Facebook and Instagram and Twitter. You got to do so much more than that. So much more than that.
Yeah.
And
I definitely agree, because think about it. Before we had social media, all we had was the outside that we needed to be in.
That's it.
The old-fashioned way always works.
I tell people that all the time, and I'm glad you're saying it, because you know, as an entrepreneur, sometimes you think that you're crazy, and you know, like, and you be like, man, I know I'm not crazy. So to hear other like minds say things that you think, it means a lot, and I feel like other people that's on the come up need to hear it, man. And I'm so glad it's coming from, especially like from a female hustler perspective. That's so important.
Absolutely, I agree. I definitely agree.
And not only are you, you know, an entrepreneur, you're also a mother. And did that any way hinder you or motivate you, or both, when it came to being an entrepreneur?
It didn't hinder, because I have a plan for him.
Okay.
I hired him.
Okay.
He is my shit. and receiving person. So when we get packages in, it's his job to bring them in, get the inventory out, lay it out for me, and then he can go ahead on about his business. He's done his job for the day. Or if I got a show to go to, he's helping me bag everything up to put it in the car. So he plays a role in this. I want him to see that one day, if you want it, it could be yours. You don't have to sell women's clothing because Country Apple Apparel is my brand. You can take that and do whatever it is that you want to do with it. It doesn't have to stay the same, but it's ours.
It's y'all. I like that. It's so, man. It's ours. I like hearing that, man, because it's important that we leave something for our youth and our kids, man. You know, because we from Kinston, where a lot of people they look at us like we're crazy because we took the opposite route of what is traditional. You know, like we trying to build something like big as McDonald's, and it can happen. You know,
it can happen. It could definitely happen. So I do have him sitting in here with me when I'm doing little things with the business, even with the jewelry, even though that's like I'm just an independent consultant for it, but he still helps me sort things out. If I'm getting ready for a live, he helps me put my numbers beside my jewelry. Like right now, I got orders that I got to get packaged up to go out. He goes to the printer and gets the labels for me, cut them out so we can put them on the packages. So he's understanding that this is just not something to do. This is actually a job.
It's a job. It's a job. You know, it's a job.
Yeah.
How old is he?
Yeah. He is 13.
It's so good you showing him that age, because trust me, like him seeing mom like bust her ass for what she want, it's gonna transfer over to him. I'm telling you. And like, do you see yourself as being a role model for like females of all ages?
Honestly, no, I don't.
Why not?
I don't. And that's kind of a crazy answer. I don't. I feel like I'm not doing enough yet to call myself a role model. I feel like I still have wet feet or wet behind the ears with this. So I'm still learning as we go along, but the knowledge that I've gained is so much more than where I was. And I want to be able to share that later on. I just don't think I've experienced enough to say that I am a role model. Yeah.
Okay. I like that. How long have you been running the Country Apple brand itself?
The clothes, since 2014. The jewelry, I started being a consultant in 2018.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. And, if someone is looking to start a business as such as yours, what would be some advice that you would maybe lend out to them?
Research. Do your research. Research not only in the products, but research with people that are doing the same thing, but they're on a whole nother level and they got numbers to show for it. And it's always good to have people in your corner to tell you when you're messing up, to tell you, nah, slow down a little bit. You're doing a little bit too much right now. Just slow down. Take it one step at a time. It's going to grow. It's all going to come. And it's out here for everybody. Like, everybody can win if we do it right.
Absolutely.
There is no such thing as competition when you have something as a business. Because I could have something that she doesn't have. She has something that I don't have. But one person could still shop with both of us. So we both win. There's no competition out here.
Talk about it. I like that. There's no competition out here.
There's no competition. But first and foremost, do your research. And once you've done your research, connect with people that are on a higher level, that have things to show for it, not just a bunch of talk. They have some numbers to show for it. They can sit you down and say, okay, this was my blueprint. This is where I messed up at. This is where I fixed where I messed up at. This is where I've learned, don't do this, try it this way. And it's a good way to even share ideas because I can take my blueprint to someone else, sit down and talk to them. Like, oh, dang, I didn't even think of that. But they still already up here. But I brought something that they didn't even think of. So we're helping one another. But you got to do it with somebody that you trust and sitting down talking to.
Absolutely.
Because it's some scammers, especially in the A. It's some scammers out here. So you got to watch that circle. You got to watch that circle of people.
I like that advice, man. Do your research, because that's so key. Because I tell people that all the time, you know, before you jump into entrepreneurship, you know, make sure it's something that you would love to do every day, and do your research behind it. You know, like make sure make sure you know what you're doing. You know, and it's a lot that goes into that statement of make sure you know what you're doing.
Absolutely, I agree. I definitely agree. Make sure you know what you are doing. Make sure it is something that you love. Make sure that when you hit the ground every morning, your feet touch it. You say, thank you, Lord, and you get up and you get moving because you know it's going to be a good day, even if it's raining outside. You got to love what you do or you're not going to be motivated to do it.
Oh man, I can't wait till the people hear these words, because this is nothing but motivation for the people that's gonna see it and the people that just think about doing something, you know.
Right. Absolutely.
And you know, you done did the, you know, you're doing the fashion and you're doing the jewelry. I mean, we know that you were doing the modeling. You know you had the calendars going around and all that. Like, and is that something that you gonna jump back into? Like, you know, like what you thinking about the modeling? Or we retired now? You know, we thought we gonna put out some more calendars. What we thinking?
It's so funny that you said that because this month was my birthday month, and I was supposed to be in Miami,
right,
doing another photo shoot for some shirts. So I am gonna bring out some more shirts.
Okay.
Just when Corona goes away. But yeah, it's coming. They're coming back.
Okay. All right. You know, the people gonna need them shirts, them calendars, you know. Make sure you flood them out, you know.
Definitely.
And like, we know that you are doing, catering to the women's and doing the plus size and all that. Mm-hmm. Are you thinking about maybe expanding to the men anytime soon?
I have men's jewelry.
Okay.
I do have men's jewelry. I don't have any men's clothing.
Okay.
And that is an avenue I think I want to go along, but not right now.
Okay.
That's a little bit more. That's
down the line. Okay.
I definitely need a lot of male perspective in that area.
Well, you got your son coming up. You know, he could probably keep you on your toes about some young man clothes. You never know.
Definitely. He has brought me a t-shirt idea that he wants to do for kids his age. So we're going to do that as soon as Corona, disappears, dies down. We're going to get his t-shirts that he has in mind out as well.
Okay.
So, make him some money too.
and speaking of the Corona situation, and it's been so crazy, and we haven't been able to get to see our loved ones like we normally have been, and we got Mother's Day coming up. The people gonna maybe want to reach out to you about some Mother's Day gifts and specials. What you got going on? We know you cooking up something.
Yes, I am. My website for the jewelry is www.cajewels.com. All of the jewelry is $5. All of the jewelry is nickel and lead free. And this week, starting today, April 26th through May 2nd, I am offering free shipping on your purchase. So at checkout, there's a little section there that asks for a coupon code. In the coupon code box, you just have to type in Mother's Day, and it will automatically apply free shipping to your order.
Oh man, that's dope, and I'm pretty sure that people right now appreciate the free shipping and things of that nature, so they can get it to their mothers in time.
Exactly. Definitely. I'm going to have everything. I'm ending the sale on the 2nd just to give USPS time because everything is kind of a delay. So that Monday and Tuesday, packages will be going out. So Mom, she may get it a day early on Saturday. So at least she'll have it by Sunday.
Right. Better early than never, definitely.
Absolutely.
Well, I definitely appreciate you sharing your time. You know what I mean? Doing my podcast, come on here talking about your brand, talking about your struggles, your hustle, just sharing the wisdom that so many people need to hear.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me.
Of course.
It's a blessing to be here.
Of course, definitely. If it wasn't for Corona, I would have drove down there, pulled up, come through like I come through like I said on the podcast, because I come through when I do these, you know. So we're going to have to do another one when it's Corona over, when I come through.
Okay, all right, cool. I'll be right here looking like I'm looking. As the old folks say, I'll be right here.
Man, you got any shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, ooh. Shout out in a long time.
Give some shout outs to your people, man, you know.
So, I want to give a shout out to all my people back home in Kinston, North Carolina, the 252. I love you all. Hope you're staying safe. I want to give a shout out to all of my entrepreneurs out here. Even though it may not be looking as bright right now, keep going, keep pushing. Turn the naysayers wrong. Believe in your brand. Believe in your brand and believe in yourself. You'll have it. You'll have it. Speak it into existence. Shout out to all of my friends down here in the A that have been supporting me. I love you guys and hope to see you soon for mimosas and brunch. And shout out to you, B, for having me. Thank you so much.